Hi fellow viewers to everybody, good morning. My name is Steve. My full name is Steve Hoong. I'm the owner of this video account in this respective website, youtube.com. By the way, I will be using two languages in this Bangko Filipino related videos, and that is English and Tagalog. Because this is the very common, because if I use Cebuano, it's only reach only in Visayas and Mindanao. I will be using Tagalog in Filipino dialect because so that it could be nationwide. Okay. Okay, sa lahat ng Board of Directors and Officers ng Bangko Filipino, once your name is mentioned, except Ma'am Maxi Abad and Ma'am Catherine Aguirre Hernandez, no need to watch this video because this is to all Board of Directors and Officers that I did not mention sa aking previous Bangko Filipino related videos. Kasi don't you worry, walang criticize ito dahil alam na namin ang buong katotohanan. Yung dahil sa pag-reject ng Bangko Sentral yung 25 billion loan package. Okay. By the way, as what I've said, this is the video that I will make before Holy Week and I will resume after Easter. Okay. The following names that I will mention from the Board of Directors to the officers, so meaning the highest rank to the officers rank, meron akong iiwan na video para sa inyo kasi may kinalaman to sa mga former Bangko Filipino depositors in relation sa RTC, Makati RTC Branch 66. Yan yung na-confirm ko sa mga other depositors na may natanggap silang letter from PDIC. Then, I'm not partly happy kasi nagkaroon daw kayo ng hearing. Kasi yung biglaan daw ng second closure, yung sinabi ko sa inyo, yung nadapa ang Bangko Filipino. Okay. Since there is already a chairman, I'm referring to Maria Consuelo A. Lucban. By the way, Lucban is L-U-K-B-A-N. Jose Ferdinand de Luzuriaga, the Independent Director, Eugenio P. Mercado, Cesar A. Tejada, Elmina R. Estrella, Angela Pilar Maramag, the Corporate Secretary, Spencer Yap, the Director, the Officer in Charge, Sir Albert Aguirre, Luwalhati LDL, Nicolas, Executive Vice President, Jovito Hernandez, Serafin Tongko, Romeo Avila, Delphine Dimagiba, the Treasurer, Assistant Vice President Elena Palyasige, Grace Dagona, Assistant Manager in the main office, Cesar Pagio, Conrado P. Banson, Dionisio M. Domingo, Virginia V. Serrano, Rosalina A. Tacolod, Merilo A. Vasquez, Antonio S. Calleja, Jerome H. Velhagen, Joseph Velhagen Senior, except yung junior. Senior lang ang na-mention dito. Okay, so all the names that I mentioned, we already know the whole truth and we already saw the video, yung nagkaroon sila ng exclusive interview ni Ma'am Karen Davila, yung sa ANC, yung under sa umbrella ng ABS-CBN at saka yung dating Vice Chairman ng Bangko Filipino, itong si Perfecto Yasay Jr. We already saw the whole content of the video and yung dating board of trustee ata, board of directors sa Bangko Sentral, itong si Jose Cuisia Jr. We already listened to both sides. I know kung ano yung grudge ninyo or misunderstanding, we understand. By the way, I did not make a video for criticize. No, ang amin lang ako as a depositor, kasi ako as a depositor of Dumaguete branch is very not alarming, aware sa ganitong case sa bank. Ang nakikita ko lang solution is kung meron pa kayong government securities or GS na natitira sa inyo or any assets na para lang ma-save ang Bangko Pilipino for the third time na hindi napapalpak, I was thinking na unahin nyo muna ang GS. Kasi ang GS yan ang mag-protect sa bank. Yun na lang. Then yung sa Bangko Filipino Home Depot, yung sa Cavite, it must be, what do you call this? It must be saved para meron kayong collateral property. So whatever happens sa bank, na-save siya. Ang nakikita ko solution kailan ma-redeem. Na yun, kung disposal of property, alam ko malaking problema yan kasi una is babayaran niya yung mga retirement, mga Bangko Filipino employees na nag-work before sa second closure. So, it needs to be recovered. Second, ang nakikita ko pang problem ang depositors. How do you pay all nationwide? Yun lang sa amin. Then, I already checked the portfolio. Okay naman ang assets. And I don't believe na it's only 8.4. More than. Mali ang BSP. Nag-check talaga ako. Mali talaga. Tapos ang pinalabas, mataas ang liabilities. So it turns out, nag-opposite yung mga ganyang situation. Kumbaga, minamaliit kayo. Yun po ang totoo. Yung sa PDIC, kasi syempre, pag ayaw mag-respond ang bank sa BSP, papasa nila sa PDIC, which is Philippine Deposit Insurance Corporation. For sure, itong mga names na nabanggit ko ay makakaroon kayo ng meeting kasi gumawa na rin ako ng isa pang previous video yung sa BF Homes Officers na related sa Bangko Filipino. I was thinking also na, of course, we will start from the scratch. Na pag-isip-isip ko na itong we will start from the scratch, yung pag-aralan nyo muna kung paano hindi napapalpak ang bank. So yun na po. Kasi nakita ko wala naman problem eh. Ang problema is itong dalawang agency. Itong BSP at saka PDIC, sila ang defect. Yun ang nakikita ko. First of all, I would like to say thank you pa nga kay Karen Dabilay na interview niya si Perfecto Yasay that time before a year before he died. Kasi namatay na siya June 12, 2020. Si Perfecto Yasay Jr., yung dating vice chairman. Na yun, kung wala si Karen Davila, wala. We were so blind. Kasi nalaman na namin na blackmailing pala yung bang humingi ng kapalit. So yun. Ang nangyari is hindi nila binigay yung 18.8 billion pesos. Yun talaga ang pinaka-issue. Kaya nagkakaloan ng twice. Of course, separate years. So yun ang nangyari. Ang nakikita ko solution yung emergency loan na inoffer ng BSP, kailangan masettle yun. Kasi pag hindi, another problem. Then second, yung another kind of loan, kailangan masettle din yan. Yung two kinds of loan, yun na po. Tapos for sure magkakaroon kayo meeting yung ito na REIT, yung Real Estate Investment Trust. Pag-aralan nyo muna mabuti kasi ito mga previous board of directors related sa real estate. So may background kayo. Pag-aralan nyo yan, whatever happens. Tapos yung, what do you call this? Yung mga properties, yung sinabi ko sa previous video, kailangan walang rental. Majority do not rent because lalaki ang operating expense. Then affected ang assets, affected ang liabilities at capital. So, for sure, after you listen this video, makakaroon pa yan ng meeting. Sila na lahat. Basta sinasabi ko sa inyo, after Easter Sunday, after Holy Week, resume talaga ang aking next video. Okay? So, yun lang po for the meantime. Marami pa akong sasabihin. By the way, before I say goodbye, this is a paid promotion label. Ang video na ito ay paid promotion label sa YouTube. Kasi kung hindi ko ito i-inform verbally, they will be blind. Okay? Kaya ko to sinasabi ito lahat, itong mga nalalaman ko, kasi kailangan malaman ang issue. Kasi kung hindi alam ng issue, hindi alam ng mga depositors, uuwi sa walang kamuwang-muwang. Kaya yun na po nangyari. So, yun na po. I'm already aware yun sa 25 billion loan package na nireject ng Bangko Sentral kasi nga humihingi ng kapalit na i-withdraw ang case yung sa 18.8 damage suit at walang binayaran. Yun po ang totoo. Tataka nga ako, second opening din, walang binayaran ng BSP. So in turns out, Nico Singh walang pinakuan. Naka-operate nga pero walang minigay na damage suit. So meaning, that time walang capacity to pay sa Bangko Pilipino. Kasi kukolektahin na utos ng Supreme Court yan And take note 1991 Supreme Court case, they won. Bangko Pilipino won. Then, BSP will not pay. By the way, may isa pa akong reminder. Itong Bangko Sentral, kung may utang ang Bangko Pilipino sa inyo, okay, we will pay. Kahit penalty, interest pa yan. Okay, sige. Kasi itong lahat na na-mention kong board of directors tsaka officers, magmi-meeting yan lahat I-wrap up nila. Of course, kung bayad na, ipapublish nila sa newspaper para at least transparent. Yun ang sa amin. Wala kaming galit sa kanila. Ang sa amin lang is, kung ano yung alitan ninyo, gaya na sinabi ko before, set aside muna. Set aside. Kasi away kayo ng away, hindi kayo makakasundo talaga in the end. Yun po ang issue. Kaya yung 25 billion ng package, kung hindi nyo ang tatanggapin, pues we will start from the scratch. And we are sure na ang third opening ng Bangko Sentral, Bangko Filipino, hindi napapalpak at pinag-aralan na namin yung mga mistakes. Yun lang. That's it. Wala kaming kuan. Kasi ayaw nyo i-release 25 billion ng package. Tapos withdraw the case of 18.8 billion. Di parang blackmailing ang nagaganap. Then, duda ko na kuan tayo na biktima ng fake news Kasi, paano nagkaroon ng Ponzi scheme? Wala naman in-offer na investment. You try to think. Tapos, sasabihin niya pa, falsification of documents. What if ko ang Bangko Filipino nag-file case against sa inyo? You try to imagine. So, yun po ang issue. Kaya, it's so bitter. We experience so bitterness past few years. Take note 2 closures na, 1985 at 2011. Come to imagine. For sure, itong third opening, hindi na dadapa yan. Mas matibay na. Kaya nga ang slogan, subok na matibay, subok na matatag. Okay, so ito lang muna for the meantime. As what I've said, after Easter Sunday or after Holy Week, the next Bangko Filipino related video is resumed. Thank you so much.